Considering that the Global Shapers community is a global network of hubs of outstanding young people who are outstanding in potential, accomplishment, and their desire to change the world. We need that in Guyana, and we have outstanding young people who fit the bill of a shaper. But we have problems that are unique to Guyana, but yet they fit into the framework set up by the World Economic Forum for the global shapers to operate in. Some of the characteristics of a global shaper include young people who are ethical, with high integrity, who are achievement oriented, and who are passionate about making the world a better place.
I believe my purpose is to help invigorate the dynamism that I think is somewhat dormant in the youth today.
I believe that many of them know what they want to do, but they don't know who they are. And I believe that as part of my purpose is to help them to realize who they are so that they can actually realize that potential and their purpose as well.
In this world, for you to make the impact that you want to make, is that you have to understand yourself first before you could even help anybody else.
Oh, when I think about my purpose, I think of Matthew 3:15. We are the salt of the world. And I usually like to think of myself as an agent of change, so I believe that I am here to cause change.
For me, it's like this good feeling I get when I help someone. It doesn't matter how I help them, It can be a small thing from helping an old lady across the road or, giving somebody a chair to sit.
Recently, I have discovered that my purpose is to serve humanity, to help the less fortunate in any means that I can. It is an honor to be called, much less to be chosen, to be a shaper. It is amazing to have an opportunity to discuss ideas and implement change with like-minded individuals.
You're surrounded by these brilliant individuals who are also action-taking individuals.
The mere fact that I can network with other young people like myself that are all passionate about making a change and making it now and not waiting until, the future, because we need to put some steps in place now in order to have a future.
We are a committed bunch that are striving to affect change in our community.
And at the same time, being a shaper, you also have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to be a voice for those who are, voiceless, for those who may not have been as fortunate as you've been to be in this position. There's so much that's wrong with the world. You go about different communities, you talk to lots of young persons, and you hear about the bad things in the world, in Guyana. But on the flip side, there's a lot of good. There's so many other good things out there. And there's a lot of hopelessness in young persons today. And the thing is that the impact I want to have on my community is to change that feeling of hopelessness, because I myself had my moments struggling with that feeling.
I want to be that invisible force that can be the support for somebody or some young person, that can be a role model for an individual that is seriously searching for someone or something to look up to.
To show them, to realize that they have great potential, that they can do anything they want to do, that the opportunities are really endless.
The impact that says we need to come alive and not just act now, but be who we really are, because the world is increasingly being deprived of the genius that lies within our communities.
Hopefully through my work with the Global Shapers and everything else that I do, I want to be able to make people feel that, there's hope. For the past month, I've been working with these other young people, and their enthusiasm, their drive, it gives me the motivation to go forward. So I think personally you have a lot to gain from being a shaper as well. It's not just about making a difference in society, but you get to make a difference in your own life.
We have various ideas, we come from various backgrounds, we have different things in our life, different things pulling us apart, but we're all young people, we're all passionate about Guyana, we're all passionate about seeing change in Guyana.
We ought to hold one another accountable, and we ought to be responsible as people for the things that we do within the society. So be it from government public sector, private sector, whatever it is, whatever sphere you come from, you need to understand that the decisions that you make affect someone else.
The Global Shapers Georgetown Hub operates in an environment where it's a part of an international body, but it's not the traditional framework where you have, it's not imperialist, where the big dominate the small. You have an equal say and an equal ability to contribute to what the community looks like. And so, similarly, internally, locally here in Georgetown, the Global Shapers community will be able to sit at the table with, quote unquote, the older folks, not because they're begging for a seat at the table, but because the Global Shapers are agents of change. They're going to demand a seat at the table. Global Shapers will essentially rework the way things are done so that young people will have a meaningful say in the future of our country.